Did you know that 82% of customers will buy something if they believe it's a good value, regardless of the price? But here's the catch: only 18% of businesses actually manage to communicate their value effectively. This means most entrepreneurs are leaving money on the table by justifying their prices instead of showcasing what truly makes their product worth it. If you're tired of defending your prices to customers, you're not alone. It's time to stop explaining why your product costs what it does. Instead, you should focus on a few powerful strategies that change the game completely. In this video, we'll explore why talking about price is holding you back and how you can flip the conversation to highlight the real value you offer. You'll learn how persuasion, scarcity, and a well-crafted brand story can make your prices irresistible without you saying a word about them. Ready to stop justifying and start selling with confidence? Let's dive in. Chapter 1. The price is not the problem. As an entrepreneur, you've probably heard it countless times: your price is too high. When this happens, many business owners feel the need to justify their pricing. But here's the thing: your price isn't the problem. The real issue lies in how you present the value you offer. When you're constantly defending your prices, you're focusing on the wrong thing. In fact, according to the Harvard Business Review, 65% of customers choose a product based on perceived value, not price. This means that if your prospects don't see enough value in what you're offering, the price will always seem too high. It's not about lowering your price to make a sale. It's about making them understand why your product or service is worth what you're asking. Here's the truth: people buy with emotion and justify with logic. The emotion comes from feeling like they're getting something unique or valuable. If you focus on how your product solves a problem or improves their life, the price won't matter as much. If your price feels too high, it's because they don't yet understand the true value. Take Apple, for example. It's no secret that their products come at a premium price. Yet, millions of people buy them because they perceive the value to be high. Apple doesn't justify their prices; they let the value of their design, user experience, and brand speak for itself. If you spend your time defending your prices, you miss out on the opportunity to explain how your product changes the game. Shift the conversation from cost to value, and your customers will be more likely to see the true worth of what you're offering. Chapter 2. The power of persuasion over justification. When you're in the business of selling, persuasion is far more powerful than justification. Persuasion taps into emotions, desires, and needs, which are far stronger drivers of behavior than logic. By focusing on persuading your potential customers that your offering is the best solution, you make them less concerned about the price. According to research by Robert Cialdini, one of the most influential psychologists in the world of marketing, there are 6 key principles of persuasion: reciprocity, commitment, social proof, authority, liking, and scarcity. Each of these principles can be used to create a stronger connection with your audience and reduce the need for price justification. For instance, when you leverage social proof, like customer testimonials or expert endorsements, you show that others are willing to pay for your product. This removes the burden of having to explain your prices because the social validation does it for you. People are more likely to trust something that others have already embraced. Scarcity is another principle that can shift the focus away from price. Limited time offers, limited stock items, or VIP-only access create a sense of urgency. People want what they can't have, and they're willing to pay a premium to secure it before it's gone. When something feels exclusive, price becomes a secondary concern. And let's not forget about authority. If you establish yourself as an expert in your field, people will be more willing to pay what you ask because they trust your expertise. In fact, 80% of people are more likely to buy from a brand they consider an authority. You don't need to justify your price when you've positioned yourself as the go-to resource. Chapter 3. Mastering the art of scarcity and exclusivity. Scarcity and exclusivity are powerful strategies that can make a huge difference in how customers perceive your prices. When people believe something is scarce or only available to a select few, they tend to value it more and are less likely to focus on price. Think about how luxury brands operate. They release limited edition items that often sell for thousands of dollars, and the very idea that only a few can own them makes the product more desirable. The scarcity principle creates demand, which in turn justifies the higher price. You don't have to offer a luxury product to take advantage of this. Limited availability can work in any business. According to a study from the University of California, people are more willing to pay higher prices for items that are scarce. When people feel they might miss out, the FOMO, fear of missing out, kicks in, and they make a quicker decision to buy. Here's how you can use this. Try offering early bird pricing for the first 20 customers or limiting your services to a set number of clients. By making it clear that your offering isn't available to everyone, you'll increase demand and reduce the focus on the price. Exclusivity goes hand in hand with scarcity. When something is exclusive, it feels more valuable. If you offer VIP access, early bird specials, or membership-only perks, you position your product as a high-end experience. You don't need to justify your prices because the perceived value of exclusivity takes care of that. So, instead of dropping your prices to compete, think about how you can introduce scarcity or exclusivity to boost perceived value. When your customers feel like they're getting something rare, the price tag will feel much more acceptable. You'll no longer need to justify it, you'll let your customers justify it to themselves. If you're finding these tips helpful, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more strategies to boost your business. Chapter 4. Selling solutions, not products. In today's market, selling solutions is more powerful than just selling a product. When you focus on how your product or service solves a specific problem, the price conversation fades into the background. According to a study by McKinsey & Company, businesses that sell solutions rather than just products have 1.5 times higher customer loyalty. This shows that customers don't just want something to buy, they want something that makes their life easier. Think about it. When someone buys a new phone, it's not just for the device itself. It's about what that phone can do for them, connect them with people, manage their work, take high-quality pictures, and more. You need to shift the focus of your sales pitch to show how your product directly impacts your customer's life. The more you show how you're offering as a solution to a problem, the less likely they are to focus on price. One great example is the fitness industry. Instead of selling gym memberships, successful fitness businesses sell health, confidence, and strength. The membership fee becomes secondary to the result the customer desires. When you sell solutions, you tap into the customer's emotional desire for a transformation. According to the book Selling to Win by Richard Denny, people don't buy products, they buy the outcome that comes with those products. To make this work, start by deeply understanding your customers' pain points. What keeps them up at night? What challenges do they face that you can solve? Once you identify those needs, position your product as the bridge between their problem and the solution. This way, the conversation shifts from, "How much is it?" to, "How fast can I get it?" Chapter 5. The story behind your brand. Let it speak for you. Your brand story is a powerful tool that can change how customers perceive your price. A well-crafted narrative creates an emotional connection with your audience, which leads to trust, loyalty, and, ultimately, higher perceived value. A study by Nielsen found that 59% of consumers prefer to buy from brands that tell a story they can relate to. When you tell your story, you're creating a narrative that helps justify your price without you needing to say a word. The key is authenticity. People don't want to hear a scripted sales pitch, they want to hear the genuine story behind your brand. Why did you start this business? What challenges did you face? What makes you unique in the marketplace? When your customers know the story, they begin to feel like they are a part of it, and that connection makes them more likely to pay what you're asking. Take Patagonia, for instance. The brand doesn't just sell outdoor gear, they sell a mission to protect the planet. Their customers are willing to pay more for their products because they align with the company's values. The price becomes less important when you feel like you're supporting a cause that resonates with you. When crafting your brand story, focus on the why. Why do you do what you do? Why does it matter to you? Why does it matter to your customers? According to Simon Sinek's book Start With Why, people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. When you connect with your audience on an emotional level through your story, the price conversation naturally becomes less important. Chapter 6. The Psychology of Value. Why they'll pay more. Understanding the psychology of value is essential to positioning your product in a way that customers feel compelled to buy, even at a higher price. People don't always make rational decisions when it comes to spending money. Often, they make emotional decisions based on perceived value. When you understand how the human mind works, you can align your marketing efforts to create an irresistible offer. One key element of the psychology of value is the anchoring effect. Research shows that people tend to rely heavily on the first piece of information they receive when making a decision. This means that if you present a higher-priced option first, your customer is more likely to see a lower-priced option as a bargain. In fact, studies show that people are more willing to pay for something when they feel it's a deal compared to other available options. A great example of this is how high-end restaurants list their most expensive items first. By doing this, they make the lower-priced meals appear more affordable in comparison. The strategy works because the customer anchors their perception of price to the higher item and feels better about their decision. Another psychological trigger is the principle of social proof. When customers see others investing in your product or service, they are more likely to follow suit. According to a study by Dr. Robert Cialdini, 92% of people are influenced by the opinions and actions of others. This is why customer reviews and testimonials are so powerful. They create a sense of social proof that can justify your prices. Finally, the perception of exclusivity plays a huge role in how customers perceive value. The more exclusive or unique your product feels, the more customers will believe it's worth the higher price tag. A study by Harvard Business School found that consumers often overestimate the value of items that are marketed as scarce or exclusive. The psychology behind this is simple. People desire what they can't easily have. By mastering the psychology of value, you can shift the conversation from price to worth. When your customers perceive your product or service as valuable, they're more likely to pay a premium. So, instead of justifying your prices, focus on using psychological triggers that enhance the perceived value of your offering. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to get more tips on how to grow your business without slashing your prices. By focusing on selling solutions, sharing your brand story, and understanding the psychology behind value, you can shift the conversation away from price. As an entrepreneur, you hold the power to influence how your customers perceive your offering. And once they see the value, they won't need you to justify the price. It will be self-explanatory. So, stop defending your prices and start making your value undeniable.